Hi, welcome to Clueless Luthier. I'm Mark, and today I'm going to start working on the headstock. I did a lot of work before this. I roughed this in. It's really tight tolerance width-wise. I wish it'd been a little bit wider, and the reason being, I figured out as far as where the strings are coming through that they're going to have free access to the appropriate tuner, and it is tight. So I've got that lined out. I then put it on the headstock, and I'm going to bind this. So what I'm going to do next is the outside line here is the eventual dimension. I use this to get an idea. This is my binding of what I meant to say before the camera decided to turn off on me is that I'm using the binding to determine the width I need to cut off to make room for it on the headstock. So here I am cutting the headstock to size. Well, I got close. I nicked my line there. I hope I'm still okay. I think so, but that sure is calling it close. So I'm going to start working down to the line with some 80 grit sandpaper. Well, actually, this is 60 grit, so I got to be careful. Just to get this started here. Well, that was a little harder than I had anticipated. It ended up narrower than I planned, but in a way that's going to help me give a little bit more space on those strings coming through so they don't run into the tuner behind it. So now I'm going to look at how I'm going to put the binding on. All right, I'm going to use the same technique I did for binding the neck over here. I'm going to start with the top, put some 45s in because this isn't far off, to be honest. So first I'm going to get myself a good 45 degree. Actually, I'm going to take that back. First thing I'm going to do, I think, cut a little shorter to length. Get it close here. Boy, that stuff's hard. Okay. Good. Better cut than before. Okay. Now, this might be too, I don't know, this might be a little coarse for this. Might have to change, but let's see. Yeah, all right. This should work much better. Hopefully I'm still on camera. More control with this one. So I have my pieces. I put 45s on these. I've cut these a little longer than I need. If these had been just a little wider, I might have actually tried to cut them down the middle, but it was just too tight. I don't think I could have done a good enough job to make sure I fill this. I'm just going to have to do a crap load of sanding or planing. I'm not sure which. Probably sanding. I don't know if I could plane this. Or scraping. Scraping might be a good way. So I'm going to move over here to the vise here, and we'll get this, start getting this glued up. What I'm going to do is split the difference on the width. kind of try to center it. Get glue on the ends here too. Of course, I can do that on the next piece, I suppose, to be honest. And I didn't get a rag. This well centered. Trick I'm wondering about. Yeah. Boy, this is not going to be easy. It's sticking in my hand. Get it started right. This is more complicated than the neck. Okay. This side first. Now make sure you get on the end. All right, make sure I haven't ruined anything here. Looks good. All right, well, not bad. That was a pain, but I think it's okay. All right, I'm going to set this aside, and I think that's the last thing I'm going to do for the day. So, see you in a while. Well, let's unwrap this puppy and see how it turned out. Ooh, that, I didn't get that. I'm going to have to, ooh, darn it. It didn't pull down tight around those edges. Either side. Okay, I'm going to have to work on that. Problem is, I bet there's glue there I got to take out too. Well, dang it. I thought I had that good too. Possible the tape wasn't able to hold it. Make sure the rest of it's okay, and then I think can wrap all the way around. You better pull. But first, I've got to figure out how to clean any glue out of there. Bummage. I think what I might have to do is heat up a blade. That might work. Then I can pull it out selectively. Let's get this out of here too. The rest of it looks good, but you can see there that these did not stay pulled in. And now I have glue in the way. So I'm probably not gonna bother videoing this because it's gonna take some experimentation. But yeah, I gotta clean that out of there. I have an idea how to do it. And then I'm just gonna use tape and wrap around with glue in order to get that to work. So I'll be back. So how's that for a bizarre looking contraption? We'll see if it works. All right, so I got those to glue. It took 2 tries to really get it solid. One thing I thought of, and next time I'm gonna try to remember this, what I could have done is I could have used that new Dremel table. It makes it like a router. You can set it up to act like a joiner. And I could have taken this through and maybe at least thinned off some of this excess. It would have made this whole process easier. But, so now what I'm going to start doing, and I've got to be careful of these corners, is scraping these down. Which, quite honest, it's probably going to take a minute or 3. So, there's not much to watch here. I'll come back when it's all done. Well, there it is. I don't know, seeing it. What I did a combination. Did some scraping for a lot of the bulk of it. It's locked in the vise. I have this, if you've watched other videos, you've probably seen it, this large sanding block with 60 grit. I did some of the work there, and I took it down with 80 so far. I'm not going to do any more yet, because the next thing I'm going to do is I have to inlay my logo, which I've already done one, well, 2 inlays, I guess, at least 3 inlays so far. So I'm not going to, bother videotaping it. I've done this before as well. So I'm going to do this before I put it in, glue it on, because it'll be easier. At least this is the flat surface, unlike the fretboard, where I was like doing that. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it good. And thanks for stopping by, hanging out, especially if you hung out this long. And I hope you come back and watch more. Thanks a lot. Bye.